Hey guys, Deathdealer here. Obviously, as you can tell by looking at my YouTube dashboard, this is a different video. This is going to be something we do every month, and it's basically an analytical report. So we've got to look at the previous month, see how we succeeded and how we failed with our content. So rather than rambling on, I'm just going to get into it. So last month, the month of April 2020, we got 28,500 views, over 83,000 minutes of watch time, 104 subscribers, which isn't a lot, but for a channel of my size, that is fantastic. 240,000 impressions, and across doing all of that, we made about £47. The values, as you can see right there, aren't accurate, but yeah. Oh wait, no, you can't actually see this stuff. Yeah, because I've got some fancy things. Also, we produced 9 videos and released 9 videos in that time period. This month, the month of May, we will be increasing that. We're going to try and double it at least, and we're going to see what happens. So yeah, what we're going to do now is we're actually going to take a deep dive into our analytics and see what succeeded and what didn't. So to do that, we're going to go to our video tab, and we're going to see what videos we made. So to start off the month, we started with Season 2 of Timecraft. On the 1st of April, that video has 103 views. So that started off the month. The month had a strong start. If we had more videos, would have seen better performance. Now, I need to preface this. The videos I released this month, whilst they did, get average amount of views for videos, because, it's Let's Play content, most of my views came from older videos. These videos are what would be known as evergreen content. Evergreen content is videos that, you can watch 5 years after they're made and they're still applicable. So things like tutorials and guides, that sort of stuff. So yeah, during this month, obviously I've released this brand new series, and I've slowly been changing my content over the course of the past week or so. Because what I do is every month, well, I like to do it every month. This is my first, try. I look at the data for each video I produce, and I look at, say, how long people stick around for, so my audience retention. So if we go into the analytics for my episode 1 of Timecraft Season 2, as you can see, the audience retention is quite low, 23.2%. I'm lucky if I can get 30% with it. And as you can see in the graph here, in the first 30 seconds, we lost nearly 70%, over 60% of our audience. And that trend was consistent throughout most of the month with all of our videos. Which, yeah, that's not good. So what that information told me was that my intro was way too long and too boring. People don't want to stick around and, listen to you talking about what you're going to do in the video. They want to see you do the stuff. So I pivoted my start and, cut out most of the rubbish. So if we go to my more recent videos, I think this one should have the most data. As you can see, the audience retention graph is quite different. We still see a drop at the beginning, but the drop isn't as severe. It's down to 47.6%. These people stay for longer and then they slowly drop off. You see some peaks throughout the video. What happens there is when people skip through a video, that's what happens there. So that explains why that's looking like that. Now, obviously, the audience retention here is 19.7%. It was better on the first video, but there's a few quirks with that. It all depends on how long your videos are and how much, how many minutes that people watch. Now, if we go into see more tab, which this stuff is very, very useful, obviously we have audience retention here, and you can see this in more detail. Now, you can also play through it and see exactly where people drop off, which is very, very good. But we got to go here, and we're going to go to the relative audience retention. And this graphic is very, very useful. So I think the way this works is this graphic basically compares this video's performance with other ones you've released in, say, the last 20 days, or throughout the channel's entire lifespan. I'm not entirely sure. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, as you can see, this video was about average and then below average at the start, and then it went way below average here to low, and then right here it went above average. I haven't looked into the stats for this yet since this video was released fairly recently, but that's about 7 minutes and 51 seconds. Now, obviously, for your videos, this won't be the same. It changes video to video. So what I'd recommend is if you see similar trends like this, watch through the video and go to those points to see what you're doing in that video. If you've got low audience retention, chances are the audience didn't actually like that bit, so they've skipped through it. So maybe in future, cut it out or do it in a different fashion. And yeah, that's that. So audience retention, I'm slowly working on it, and that's that. Also, my thumbnail game. Now we're looking at thumbnails right now. We're not looking at, well, we've got the thumbnail up. For this video in particular, I did something different. I messed around with some color grading, some blurring, and highlighting certain points of the image. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put the actual big version of this on screen right now so that you can see this in better detail. So basically what I did is I took a screenshot from in-game. So if you're not into Minecraft, or if you just happen to find my video looking at analytics for other people, hello, but I do Minecraft content. Now, what I did is I took a screenshot from the game. And yeah, the screenshots are boring. And I look at other people who do the same thing, and they do screenshots as well, but they do lots of different things like color grading and lots of other stuff. Plus, you also get all these other YouTubers or content creators, sorry, that's a better word for it, that say like, having hero shots and like the rule of thirds and all of that stuff for your thumbnails. That works, but when it comes to making games, like videos based on certain games like Minecraft, it kind of works, but only in certain, situations. So I took those design aspects and applied them to this, kind of. So with that original screenshot, the bolding, which was something I bought as a collaborative project, is in the centre of the frame. So that's the most important thing. So what I did was I used, I think it's like, I can't remember the name of the tool in Photoshop, but I basically selected the bolding, and then I actually removed it from the layer and put it onto another layer. So then I could blur the background layer and that one would be fine. I then added, I think it's like some inner glow to it, just to kind of help it pop a little bit more. And then there's a wee bit of color grading, some blurring. And yeah, we also have a background around my, well, not a background, a frame around my thumbnail. If you guys want to know how I make my thumbnails, let me know in the comments or like the video, because then I will know what you guys want to see. So yeah, that is it for thumbnails. So let's back on out of here and we'll go to our actual analytics page, because this will provide more information. So we need to wait for it to load, of course, because it likes to take some time. There we go. Now, this is for the last 28 days. I'm recording this on the 4th of May. This video will release on the 5th of May. So yeah, obviously values will be different and all that stuff. But yeah, as you can see, views are up. Your channel got 27,500 views in the last 28 days. Before all of this, I was averaging between 9.6k and about 12.2k views per month, which is insane. In fact, after we talk about this, we're going to go into a Google Sheets project, because I have all my tracking information there and you can see how we've changed. But what we're going to do is we're going to change to the month of April, and we can see a lot more statistics, which is quite nice. So as you can see, there's little dips and increases every so often. Unfortunately, these don't always, coincide with the video release. This one, I believe, did, and so on and so forth. But this obviously, things can change. Now, if you look at the real-time tab to the side, as you can see, I've got videos here that are like several years old. This video is like 4 years old. This one's a year old. This one's also a year old. And they're still performing really well. If you can see this at the top, I have the vidIQ plugin installed. Very, very useful. I use that for tracking all my data. And we have about almost 2,000 hours in the last, 2,000 minutes, not minutes, 2,000 views in the last 48 hours. And that's been averaging about that for, about a week now, which is quite good. Which has led to me, surpassing certain milestones. I think it was yesterday or today, we surpassed 700,000 views, which is fantastic. We are currently on course to reach 1 million channel views by the end of November this year. So if you guys could watch this video, maybe share it with your friends, we could get there a lot faster, which is great. But yeah, so monthly analytics for views, fairly basic. The views were, because of other videos. And if you even look down here, your top videos in this period, this shows me exactly what videos got the most views. This one, this one, this one. As you can see, 2 of these are tutorials. No, these 2 are tutorials, that's a different thing. But yeah, so evergreen content is really good. Also, you can see that these videos have higher audience retention. 29.4, 28%, that one not so much, 27%, 41%. That video is fairly short. But that's why it's got so many views. And that video has actually been recommended to a lot more people due to the higher amount of watch time. So watch time and, your average view duration is very important. I can go through all of these tabs, and the graph will be kind of the same. Subscribers, not so much. These are basically driven by these older videos. Revenue, no, that's the wrong tab. There we go, revenue, that doesn't really matter. Now I can go through and talk about all these points like impressions and my audience engagement, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do that in separate videos, because, that'll be more targeted, and this video is already long enough as it is, so I don't want to, keep on going on. But yeah, let's look at the milestones we reached this month, because I feel that'd be a good way to end the episode video. So we've got to use the vidIQ plugin again, and down here it has achievements. So I like to go in here and track all of my data, and that allows me to predict when I'll reach certain milestones. Things like subscribers change day to day, just because some days I get more, some days I get less, which is fairly nice. But as you can see, we achieved 700,000 views May 3rd. So that was yesterday. We're currently going to be reaching 7,500 likes the day this releases. We'll be reaching, what's that? 25,000 hours of watch time. That's insane. We'll be reaching that the day after this video releases. The comments are a lot slower. We'll be reaching 2,500 comments in November, which is great. Now, this is the important tab. This is what I love to look at. So this is basically how many, subscribers, views, uploads you got this month, and it compares it. It basically shows you what month you did better in. So it lets you, aim to overachieve. So look at this one. In December 2015, I released 30 videos. But I can't produce videos like that anymore because I do it to a much higher standard. So obviously things are slowing down. These blue dots represent how many things I did at this point in the month. And yeah, obviously like the rates of views, likes, and watch hours is, on par. So basically in April, we got 20,500 views. The closest I'd ever got to that before then was 26,000. I think that was in like 2016. Maybe? Who knows? And yeah, just like download this tool, folks. It's really, really useful. I can't stress this enough. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring us into the metrics right here. That was a little bit janky. So yeah, we have this Google Doc. Now, as you can see, I've got tracking data all the way back to 2016. And just look at this. Like, these graphs are insane. As you can see, we had the little blip there and then it went back up. This shows me that my channel is, it's getting to the point where it's going to start creating this snowball effect where we just keep on getting lots and lots of more things, which is great. So feel free to look at these statistics. If you request it, we can do a further deep dive into more of these things, because I feel that, people cover this topic, but not for gaming channels. I want to, specifically do this for you, those of you who are wanting to get into, the gaming niche. And I feel that my information might be really useful. I have 7 years of experience. So I'm not saying I know what I'm talking about, but, I have a lot of experience here. So you know how it is. I also use Social Blade. Now, the problem with using Social Blade is their numbers aren't accurate. No, they can be inaccurate, but it depends on a lot of things. Now, based on my current growth trajectory, I should be reaching 3,000 subscribers in the next 2 months, which is fantastic. And I'll be reaching about 6,000 in the next year, which is great. Don't look at the data all the time, because it will get you down. Look at it every so often so you can see if you're doing well. I use Social Blade and I scroll all the way down to the bottom of the future projections, and if I see that number increase day after day, that's how I know my channel is growing. Now, it doesn't matter if it grows fast or if it grows slow. All that matters is if you get growth itself. And with that, I'd like to end the video there. Thank you for watching, folks. Make sure you go and watch the videos I've listed in the description, because you might like them, they might be applicable to you. And make sure you leave a like and let me know what you thought of this video. Thank you all for watching the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel to be notified of all future videos. On the left at the top, you'll see a video that I think you should watch next, and at the bottom you'll see a video that YouTube wants you to watch. Thanks for watching.